So please make welcome Katie McNally and Neil Pearlman.
Thanks, Ed. Thanks for having us, and thank you all for being here tonight. I was realizing this is the last live stream that I have scheduled in my life after a year and change of live streams. So thank you for being here. It's kind of momentous, I think, to be still celebrating community this way, but kind of at the tail end of it. So thanks for celebrating with us tonight.
And it's exciting to be the closing act of this amazing festival, fiddle-online. So I've come to a couple of the shows, and there are a couple of you here that I think I saw at every single one. So I'm not sure how many you made it to, but if you made it to all of them, that is
Very
quite
impressive.
amazing, and you're to be congratulated.
Ready? That was a little set.
Oh man.
Wait,
Matsu. Is that Matsuyama maybe?
that must be Matsuyama with the cat.
The cat is clapping. I love it.
That's amazing. Hey, Matsuyama. Well, awesome. That first set of tunes we started with Fletch Taylor by Flynn Cohen, who's a great dadgad and otherwise guitar player. And then we went into Marcelo Coin by Jerry Holland, one of, I think, many of our favorite fiddle players. And we finished with a tune that Neil wrote.
Yeah, that was Matthew Robinson's, which I wrote for the son of a piano student of mine. And actually, I taught it in a workshop earlier this month for this very fiddle-online festival. And it's going to be in the new Pearlman Family Tune Book coming out at the end of the summer.
Ooh.
So I believe, Dad, maybe you could put a link in the chat. If you're interested in more of our original tunes, you can pre-order that book. All right, plug over. But I am going to play another original tune, so plug not quite over, because this is another tune that I suppose you could find in the book. But it's a tune that I wrote this past year. As you're all familiar with at this point, the quarantined birthday is something to contend with. And Katie had a big birthday this past year. She turned 30, and so I don't know if that's impolite for me to say.
It's fine.
But,
It's fine.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way to make it special when we were in the middle of the lockdown summer. So I wrote her this tune as sort of a theme for the next decade. It's called McNally Rises, and I got a bunch of our friends to record videos of themselves playing it and put together a little presentation video of it. So this is one of my new tunes this year, McNally Rises.
It's my favorite tune, perhaps of all time.
Are we going to play anything with this?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Sorry, I said we weren't going to play any tunes after that, but then I
Okay.
remembered what we used to do.
But that makes the next number in the set list maybe redundant. Maybe we should just throw something else in.
Should we switch these two? Lady Ginsburg and
Sure.
Upset? Okay, great.
Great.
All right, well, we'll slow things down and play you a little waltz I wrote back in, I guess it was like October, November last year. The night that I heard the news that Ruth Bader Ginsburg died, and I was feeling very forlorn and kind of, at a loss, and so I sat down at the piano and wrote this tune for her. So it's called Lady Ginsburg. I should call it Lady Ginsburg of wherever she's from. Where does anyone know? If you know where RBG grew up, type it in the chat. New Jersey? Chicago? Brooklyn, obviously. Duh. Lady Ginsburg of Brooklyn.
All right.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Okay, now we can play a fast thing.
Now we'll play more fast music for you. Okay, we'll play this too. We maybe played this one on fiddle-online before. We probably did. This is off of our new-ish album.
Should we play something else?
No. I like this one.
Okay.
Hopefully everyone likes it. I like playing it. It's a bunch of tunes in F, and it's off of our new-ish album called Now More Than Ever. And we'll start with a tune called Bob McIntyre's, and then go into two Irish tunes, which is rare for me. The first one's called The Humours of Westport, and then we'll play Lad O'Byrne. Lad O'Byrne was an Irish-American fiddler who wrote a few tunes called Lad O'Byrne, or at least had a few tunes named after him. There are a few of them floating around. And then we'll end with a tune that I wrote for my mom called Hommage à Liane Hébert. Neil is doing a fantastic job. I've missed a couple transitions, and he is, with great aplomb, powering us through.
But now you know.
Now the veil has been lifted. I had a long day. I've taken on a job recently as a cheesemonger at our local cheese shop. So I was slinging cheese all day long before I came to you. I'm not used to standing on my feet all day long and then
throwing cheese at people.
And and then playing a show. So anyway, if you have any cheese questions, actually, I'd love to throw them in the chat and I'll see if I can answer them for you.
Saving a fortune on that.
Cheesy jokes welcome. Yes, that's also true. Yeah, since I've been working at the store, I've become quite the cheese whiz. Ayo, there's my cheese joke for the night.
Oh man, do you sell that?
What, cheese whiz? We certainly do not. Do not come to the store asking for cheese whiz. Although I'll meet you out behind the store and we can arrange something. Okay, maybe Neil should play some piano for you.
Okay, I'll play some piano for you. Well, let's take an audience vote. Do you want something slow or something fast?
We're playing something slow after it, so this
something
member of
fast-ish.
the audience asks for fast.
This is a tune. This is a tune that I wrote that fits on the bagpipes, even though you would never think so. It's kind of like a blues for the pipes, and it's dedicated to a great Galician fiddle player friend of mine. I wrote it at his house in Shetland. It's called the Shetland Tour Guide.
Isn't he smooth, people?
I just actually recorded a video of that I'm going to release sometime in the next month or two. found this studio down the road that I'm excited to go do some more regular work at on some various side project, solo project things. Recorded a couple of videos there playing tunes on electric pianos. So I played a mid-video of that playing a Rhodes piano for the right hand and like a synth bass in the left hand. So if you're interested in hearing something ridiculous like that, you could make sure you're following me on Facebook or on my mailing list, and I'll send out an announcement when that's out.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited about it. So someone says, hey, man, Chango. I cannot even...
Oh, hey, he
demand Chango. Oh, I see. Yes. Yes. Manchego. Sorry, I was reading that 3 people have come in the last week asking for Manchego cheese, and I have to tell them that there's no such cheese. Manchego, yeah. Someone asked, what is my favorite cheese? And I tried one a week or 2 ago called Le Petit Catineau. It's from the Savoie, and it's very, very good. It's kind of like goaty and lemony, and I'm super into it, but it's really hard to get in this country.
By goaty, do you mean it tastes like goat cheese or it tastes like goats?
That one tastes like goat cheese. I had one today that actually is kind of more like barnyardy, and I'm like, maybe a goat stepped in the pail. I don't know. Let's play some music, though.
Yeah.
Let's play a couple more tunes of mine. These are, we'll start with a slow air that a student of mine asked for years, and I kept trying to write him a slow air, and nothing sounded very good, and I had sort of given up on it, which I felt bad about. And then finally one came out that I was happy enough with. So this is called Patrick and Mayan. And then we'll go into a tune for my friend Marty, who has been a dear friend and was a good to keep in touch with her during the pandemic. So I just wrote this tune for her.
Thanks, Donald.
Why don't we play? Can we play Nia's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. We're
So-
doing all our new original tunes tonight, pretty
Yeah,
much, between
yeah.
the two of us.
So I wrote a tune. Our good friend Eric McDonald, who I used to play with a lot. He's a great guitar player. He plays in a band called Cantrip, and in some other configurations. He and his wife Sarah had their first baby on New Year's Eve, and I wrote this tune for their little girl. It's called Nia's Welcome. And then we'll go into a reel for Lance Ramshaw, who I think some of you might know. He's a great fiddle player and Scottish country dancer and music supporter. I wrote this for his birthday last year, and we came up with the title, I think he came up with the title Session Obsession for it, which I think is pretty good. And then we'll end with a tune that I just recently co-wrote with our friend Connor Hearn, who's another great guitar player. We each sent each other half a tune that we had written that we couldn't finish. So he started this tune and I ended it. See? Dum. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Pretty fun tunes.
We have a little more time left. Neil, would you play, like, you were debating a slow or a fast one. Would you play a slow piano solo?
I guess I can do that before we do
Please?
our last thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Probably D minor, probably. You can hear our loud street there.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming tonight. Thanks, Ed and Fiddle-online.
Yeah.
This was so nice.
So nice to see you all.
Thank you for the dancing, Dance Cat. Meow
Yeah.
meow
I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Awesome.
Thank you. Really nice to see you.
Thank
all.
you.
I hope to see each and every one of you in person sometime soon.